Alright, in this video, we're going to be talking about the equipment that we have available in our lab. The first piece of equipment is our split belt treadmill. As you can see, there are two belts, one for the left leg and one for the right leg. And our speeds can actually be controlled independently, so we can create asymmetrical locomotion. If we wanted symmetrical locomotion, then we would just have both of the belts actually going the same speed. It also allows us to record ground reaction forces because there are force plates that are instrumented into the treadmill. So as the person walks on the treadmill, we can actually record the force at which they're walking on the treadmill. The next piece of equipment is our assisted degree of freedom motion capture cuts. So these are actually part of the HTC Vive VR system, and it allows us, if we have a series of these, to be placed on the segments of the subject and record full body kinematics. So the next piece of equipment is the Delsis EMG sensors. So this allows us to record both muscle activity and acceleration data for a given muscle. The next piece of equipment we have is our support system that's above the treadmill. So this allows us to place the subject into a harness, and then we can actually unload them, so we can actually decrease the load from their body weight as they're walking on the treadmill. And this allows us to do a lot of cool experiments, because it also allows us to include people that have gait pathologies, such as people with stroke or spinal cord injury. So if you put all of our instruments together, we can actually create simultaneously ground reaction forces, full body kinematics, EMG, acceleration data, as well as unloading the weight of the subject, which allows us to do some pretty cool experiments. And we'll show you an example of that kind of experiment here shortly. Also, we have some pretty cool instruments that allow us to do transcranial magnetic stimulation, as well as functional electrical stimulation, that allow us to probe the operation of the sensory motor pathways and other ways.
An important direction of our research is to actually integrate humans with technology using a closed-loop system where the human subjects control their behavior and then receive real-time feedback. One example of such a system is the omnidirectional locomotion in virtual reality. The treadmill controller senses the intentions of the subject and then modifies the belt speeds and VR environment to reflect these intentions. Such a setup allows us to use self-paced navigation in VR and even play cool virtualized soccer. The technology of this type could improve our understanding of sensory motor integration and aid in the development of effective treatments for locomotor rehabilitation.